Okay, so the engine played f4. So even if the engine had a knight, I'd be winning. Oh, snap. Okay, b4 is a novelty. It played b3 against Perlstein. So white's more losing than he was. Frankly, terrible. Jim Belushi, boo, boo. Who's worse, Jim Belushi or somebody else? The answer is Jerry Van Dyke, who is worse than Jim Belushi. I hate saying that. Okay, so, I'm up a piece. Nothing's happening. With this pawn here, this is actually Perlstein versus the engine. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so I'm up a piece. Nothing's happening. The engine wants me to play knight e4, and by the engine, I mean this engine. But it doesn't matter. Everything, I'm just up a piece. Okay, so he played gf to make the game more double-edged. That's the worst way to capture, but I guess Komodo felt that was the one that would cause me the most problems, I guess. I mean, every move is losing, so you have to choose the move that, gives me problems, I guess. I don't know. Now, if I move my knight, okay, we're either going to trade bishops, which I like, or he's going to play c3 or d4, which is terrible. c3 doesn't make any sense. d4 looks like a reasonable move, but it gives me the e4 square. So you could argue this move gives me the most problems, because if I try to exchange bishops, it'll play d4, and then in 700 moves, maybe e4. Or it'll play d4, and then it'll watch Netflix and chill, because it'll just sit there and say you can't win. Okay? All right, so I did try to trade, and he played d. So now I don't have the e4 square. I can't play here, here, because he took with the g pawn. Now, this is more losing for white. Now, right, this is obvious. Okay, so in this position, I started playing very stupidly, which doesn't matter. I'm up a piece. I can play stupid as I want. Somehow I was like blocking the position so his bishops would suck. But I'm up a piece, so there's no reason to do that. So I played b5. And again, these moves aren't bad. I just have it's the wrong way to play. Because I'm blocking everything up so the engine can't do anything, but that's dumb because then I can't do anything. Then when I try to do something, it'll be bad because that's the way chess goes. So it doesn't hurt the advantage of my position, just makes it more difficult for me. There's no reason to play this move. I was just like, haha, your bishop sucks. Okay, which is true. All right, so he played bishop c1, and I played this. I really hate this move. And again, the engine won't care. The engine's like, you're +5, you're +5, you're +5. And I was just trying to kill his counterplay so he couldn't do anything. But he can't do anything, and he has no counterplay. So this move is idiotic. I should make any move but that. Okay, and when I say it's idiotic and it's dumb, I'm +5, it doesn't matter. So, okay.
So f6 would have been good.
f6 and e5 is a good idea.
Yeah.
And again, every move is good. It doesn't matter what move you suggest, it's good. Yeah. I'm up a piece, he has no compensation. Okay, so now I had the idea of running my king over here. That's why I played a6, and then playing h6, g5. And then the computer's like, I guess he's going to play g5 because he can't do anything else because I'm an idiot. And so I'm going to run my king over here too. And also the rook wants to go to the g file. And this rook wants to go to the g file. That's the only half open file. Okay. And I connected my rooks. I played rook g8. Okay. Now, after the game, when I did my little analysis, I said this is the worst move ever. Of course, that move's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But why didn't I play a6 and put my king over here and then play on the king's side? The answer is fries. I don't know why I didn't do that. That was my idea. I was like, here, king goes to b7 or a7, probably b7, and then move my bishop, double rooks, play h6, g5, and I shake hands. Computer doesn't have a hand, but that's okay. So it's funny. It was too loud for Bender, but Bender doesn't have any ears. So he put on ears, and then he put earplugs in them. Yeah, true story. Okay, yeah, I'm impatient. h6, Now, again, I'm +5. It doesn't matter. But there's no reason to play h6. This is dumb. Yeah, because now I have a weakness, and I'm not ready to play g5 yet. Okay, now this is funny, Karen. This engine wants me to play here and just give a pawn away. Because if he takes with this pawn, I'll have e5. Takes with this pawn's hanging. So the engine says this is the best move, and I'm +5.5. Now, having seen that, I'm still not going to play it because I'm not trying to play the best moves. I'm trying to play the moves where the engine has no hope because every move wins. So I want the move where he has no hope, not the move with the highest number. That's something the gawking rabble doesn't understand. So if like Carlsen is playing, I don't know, Van Foreest, and I'm not going to tell him which Van Foreest, for $1 trillion, name both Van Forests.
Lucas.
Wait, he's the weaker one.
Jordan? Is it?
Yeah, close enough.
Van Forest.
Yeah. You know Lucas?
Lucas, yeah.
How do you know Lucas?
Yeah,
You get $1 trillion finally.
Play chess.
They didn't know Lucas.
Watch chess.
Well, he's like 2,600. The other one's like 2,700. Okay. So I played knight h5, which is also bad. When I say it's bad, it's completely winning. Okay. And he played queen h4. Yeah. And I'm completely winning, but it's just dumb what I did. Queen e6 is also dumb. That actually is dumb. That's a bad move. Again, I'm trying to stop counterplay, so I should play e6. Mm-hmm. Okay, then what would Ashford and Simpson say, or the other two? I don't know who it is. I think it's Ashford and Simpson, right?
I never know the reference.
Because we're solid. Solid as a rock.
Yeah.
Is that them?
Maybe. I didn't.
It could be Peaches and Herb. I think it's Ashford and
it
Simpson.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
I confused them with Peaches and Herb, and Okay. All right. So I should play e6, and then I can play rook here, move my king over here, queen e7, g5. I have to move my knight first, but like e6, bishop here, move my knight somewhere good. Eventually I'll play g5 and win, but there's no hurry. The problem is he might play e4. If I play e6, I literally and figuratively don't care if he plays e4. So this move is dumb. Okay, he played rook e1. I played knight d6 to stop e4. Okay, and I doubled up on the bubble up. Yeah. Now, in this position, I played queen c8 and e6, which is great. So I'm still +5. So I'm very happy with what's happening. Okay, and the computer finally cracked because it's like, well, I'm just going to lose because I have nothing. So I'll play e4, and Ben will get confused and lose. And here, I made a little mistake. I should just ignore e4, okay, which rhymes. I should just play bishop e7 because I want to get my knight to f6 later. If he plays e5, I'll move my knight, and he has no counterplay. I'll play g5 at my leisure. And instead, I took and opened the position up. Now, that's completely winning. I haven't done anything wrong. I've done things wrong from a human perspective. And one of the reasons is I was 3-0, and I've already won the match. I drew the fourth game. And obviously, I'm tired, right? I was standing up against a post. I was looking for a job, but I couldn't get one. But I did tell the landlady I was going to pay the rent. And she said, "Oh, yeah?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." And then she was so nice. Lord, she was lovey-dovey. Right, sweetie?
Yeah.
What song? They'll tell you in the chat. And out the door I went.
I don't know.
Ugh. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ain't seen my baby since I don't know when. My name is Ben. Yeah, one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. It's not I drink alone. Boo. It's a different song. It's a Bach cantata is correct. Good one, Bach. But he didn't say which Bach. So I can't, I can't give him credit. Okay. So I took, and I didn't know if he would take or not because we're trading all the pieces off, and he did retreat. I played bishop e7 to play knight here. That's fine. That's fine. And I'm still plus a million. Okay. Now I made my first actual mistake. Oh, no, knight f6 is okay. Okay. Now I made my first actual mistake. Okay, now Karen, with his rook coming here and his rook here and his queen here, you see how that's not good. Can my dark squared bishop defend that pawn? Can I play knight f5 and block his queen? No.
No.
No. So these two are defending it. What else can I defend it with? What else?
I guess rook e8.
Correct. And that's the engine move, rook e8. Or I could move my bishop and then play rook e8. And I'm up a piece for no pawns. I'm up a knight. Nothing's happening. I'm just up a knight. But instead of like defending this, I decided it was good to play queen d5 check and queen f5. Now, I'm completely winning, but it would have been better to play rook here, bishop here. Okay, so I checked, and then I played queen f5 to, right. But unfortunately, he attacks my pawn, and he's attacking this pawn. He can attack that pawn again, and I've lost a lot of my edge. Yeah. And when I was told that I lost my edge, I was watching his game, and I said, you too. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't get it.
Yeah, the edge. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, what, really? Yeah. Yeah, his wife said, would you live a little bit longer? And he said, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. COVID. Didn't get it. The band U2, one of their members is the Edge. I knew they wouldn't get it. Terrible. Yeah. Meatloaf used to be a vegetarian, but I think he stopped.
Yeah, Meatloaf died of COVID.
Yeah, he was an anti-vaxxer.
But we don't know whether or not he was vaccinated.
He would do anything to not die of COVID, but he won't do that. So
yeah, he TMZ always brings the real news, and they said he died of COVID.
It's funny. Meatloaf died, and Louis Anderson died, and Mitch McConnell didn't die. However, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, snap. Although I like Louis Anderson. I like Meatloaf's music, but he was a terrible person, which I say everybody's a terrible person. But Mitch McConnell is going above and beyond. Yeah, his racism is really showing lately. He's like got more confidence about being a racist. Terrible.
I don't even pay it attention.
He said there's 2 kinds of people.
Yeah.
African Americans and Americans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me
And then several years ago, he said, we need to get more votes from Hispanic people. Says, we have the white vote, and I'm proud of that. What? What did Mitch say this time? Yeah, he said African Americans are voting the same way Americans are. What? Yeah, the truth hurts. That's right. Mitch McConnell's on a hell of a speed run. That's right. Yeah. Here's something I don't understand about the Republicans. Okay. I understand they're evil, and they're stupid, and they're white supremacists, and they're Nazis. I understand that. Here's what I don't understand. All the Republicans hated Trump. All of them. And in the primary, they were like, boo! They said, he'll never win the primary. He's the worst person who ever lived. If he wins the primary, we're finished as a party. Then he won the primary, and they went, yay, Trump. Okay? Then they're on the Trump bandwagon forever. Then, over the last 3 or 4 months, I don't know what's going on. Are Mitch McConnell and Trump like that, son? I don't know. And then there was a fight between Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell about who liked Trump more. Lindsey Graham likes him more.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But now I don't understand what's going on. I don't know who likes Trump anymore. I'm getting confused. And so forth. Yeah. Hey, 1,400 viewers and we're not on Chess TV. I like that.
Yay.
Although we're obviously being embedded and we'll have 300 viewers soon. Of a disease. That's how you spell disease? Also, it used to be pretty obvious who the worst Republican was, and in the last year or so, it's not. There's a big fight. Boebert, for example, who's always one of the top, Marjorie Taylor Greene usually beats her out, but Boebert's, I think, passing her. Boebert saw a group of Orthodox Jews in the Capitol, and she said, "Are you guys doing reconnaissance?" Because she thought they were, that they were Arabs or something, that they were Muslims. And then somebody wrote on Twitter, says, "You got to hand it to Bobert. She's anti-Semitic and Islamophobic at the same time." That is hard to do, but, you got to do something. Marjorie Taylor Greene, man. Etc.
All right, now what about...
Wait, I got to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, let's vote in the chat. Somebody put a poll up. Okay? Who's worse, Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert? What do you think?
Who's worse? Let me think.
Boebert is much more attractive than Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I don't know who's crazier.
I guess Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She's worse?
Yeah.
Man, truth hurts. Usually serial killers have 3 names, so Marjorie Taylor Greene is like that, son.
But it's tough.
I don't know either. Boo, boo. Man, Boebert's not getting any love here. Boebert's the one who was chasing around AOC yelling at her, and she had to get more security. That she was banging on AOC's door screaming. Boebert. Yeah. It could have been MTG. I don't know. I
thought that was Marjorie.
It could have been MTG.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know that Boebert is the one that sent out that Christmas card with the whole family holding.
Oh, yeah. That was Boebert, right?
That was Boebert.
Yeah.
Boebert. You're spelling it wrong. Isn't it Boebert, or am I wrong? Maybe
I agree with you. I don't see how somebody else spelled it. I don't see it.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, you're spelling it wrong. That's why you don't know who she is.
Boebert. Yeah, I don't know. They're entertainment.
Who's worse? So I've been asking this for 3 years to all my friends. Who's worse, Mitch McConnell or Lindsey Graham? And the answer is the same from all of my friends. It's Mitch McConnell because he has more power than Lindsey Graham. So he's worse. Terrible.
Yeah.
Mitch is far worse. Damn. Truth hurts.
He's pretty bad, but I can't stand Lindsey Graham.
Yeah. See, I met Lindsey Graham once, and I called him a cracker. And he was like, "Why are you calling me that?" And I said, "Well, Graham." Mm-hmm. So that makes sense, right? Okay, back to the game. So I was plus 5 or 5.5 the whole game. And then when I played queen here, queen here, queen here, and he's actually threatening stuff, now I'm plus 3. I should have played, instead of here, 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 just bishop d6, rook e8, and he can't make any threats. This is defended, mainly, etc. And now I got nothing defended because I put my queen on this stupid square. Now here's what's funny about this. I didn't see rook e5. Okay, turns out rook e5 I'm okay, turns out, but I didn't see it. So, I mean, he's threatening this, he may be threatening that, this is annoying.
So do you think you played differently because you had won 3 already?
No, I think I played differently because I was tired.
Oh, okay.
Because they're making me play 6 games in a row.
That's true.
If I played 2 games, then the next day played 2 games, the next day played 2 games, I would score more than 4. Because computer is the same, it doesn't get tired. The only reason I'm tired is because every single move, I have to look at all the tactics and make sure I'm not hanging anything. And I almost did several times. Okay, so I played knight d5. I thought it might take this, and then I would have 2 rooks and a knight for a queen. So it says I'm up 3.7 if he does that. But instead he went here, which I didn't see. And then he hacked my pawn, and I can't defend it. If I play knight c7, my c-pawn's hanging. So now I'm up 2.3, and I was up 5 before. Okay, now here I played correct. I played this, which is correct. I played this, which is correct. And I took this, which is correct. And this position, when the match ended, when the game ended, I thought it was about equal, and I got outplayed and I lost. I'm down a piece. He has 2 pawns. This rook is absurd. This rook and this rook are really good. And I thought maybe it's about equal. I got outplayed and I lost. And that's not true. This is still winning for black. Several moves win. The easiest win is bishop f6. I played a terrible move because I always play it. I played bishop f8. This is a very bad move. And the reason is I missed the same move again, the same deviled egg. Remember when he played rook e5 attacking my queen and I didn't see it? He did it again. He played rook e5 and I didn't see it. I didn't see rook e5. If I saw rook e5, I would play bishop here. I was trying to stop rook c5. That's why I played bishop f8. But after bishop f6, the engine says I'm plus 2.35. Now, I'm probably going to draw and not win because I had very little time here. But this is a completely winning position. I'm just up a piece. He can't play rook e5. We're going to trade rooks. Let me give you the engine line. Yeah, he has to take. The only move I'm afraid of is this. I don't know why the engine doesn't play that. Knight c7? Oh, it is knight c7. I'm up a piece for 2 pawns. And there's nothing going on. His bishop's terrible. So this, I mean, maybe I would even win this, but probably draw because I had little time on my clock. And I didn't see rook e5 again. I missed rook e5 twice. Yeah, that's a very, very, very bad move. And after here, I'm not winning anymore. And if I'm not winning, that's bad. However, in the last game, which we haven't looked at yet, I wasn't winning and I drew. That's crazy. I thought I was dead lost in the last game and I drew anyway. And it was equal. Like in equal position, I didn't lose. That's ridiculous. This position, if 2 super GMs are playing, is probably going to be a draw. And since the engine has 20 minutes and I have 2, and the engine's better than me by 800 points, that means I'm going to lose. Okay, I played rook takes rook, which is a mistake. I should play rook d8. Then the engine slightly prefers black. Never trade. And I should definitely not trade because these pawns are stupid. If my student did that, I would yell at them. Because after fe, I didn't notice the bishop is attacking this. I'm giving him 2 connected passed pawns. I'm getting rid of his isolated pawn. This is terrible. The engine says it's still a draw. Because, I'm a piece up. So. Okay, g5 is correct. This is still a draw with correct play. And h5 is just a blunder, then I'm lost. I thought I'll push my pawns and get counterplay. The engine wants me to play g4 or king g8, and it says it's a draw. After this move, I'm losing c4, and his pawns are too strong. I didn't expect c4 because this is hanging. I should have realized c4 is explosive. All right. I took. He took. Yeah, he's got too many pawns, and these pawns are all weak now. And he's got pawns everywhere. And for reference, this reminds me of the game yesterday that Rapport won against Pragnanandha, where he sacked a piece and he had like 7 passed pawns, so he won. Okay, so I took, and is that wrong? No. And here I made a mistake because I didn't see rook c8. I was expecting rook c7 check. So obviously I'm worried about rook takes bishop and king takes. Then he has a bishop and he has these 2 connected passed pawns. But I shouldn't be so scared of that because I have pawns too. What I should be scared of is bishop a3 because then I'm probably losing. So I played this, which does nothing. I should play g4. After g4, I'm barely lost. +1 for him. Then he plays d5. I play h4, e6 check. It's not good for me. But after this, it's over. After this, he's winning. Yeah. And bishop e7 is bad because he's going to play d6 next move. I don't mind him playing d6 and my bishop is here, but this threatens 2 pieces, my knight and my bishop. So after this, I'm actually lost. If I could see the computer evaluation, I could resign now. I thought I was lost after d5, I wasn't sure. So the engine's really mad at me. I should play g4 and lose that way. But I played here, which it hates. Watch what the engine wants to do. Here, g3. Obviously, he can't let my pawn queen. He doesn't have time for stuff like that. Now, the reason this doesn't win, because it looks like he's threatening the queen, and my knight's hanging, is I have a Zwischenzug. What move does black play here? It's his only move, and it's a draw after that. Black has 1 move here that doesn't lose.
Let's see.
Rook g4 check. Defending my knight.
I was looking for a check. Why couldn't I see
No, I'm
that?
defending my knight, and then I can take this pawn, and it's a draw.
I was looking for a check.
Okay, so he's supposed to take this. That's
Yeah.
okay. Then I go here. So now he plays bishop f4, so I'm not defending that. I have to play h4. He takes, I have to take it. And this is also winning for white, but this is what I should have done. Like against a human, I probably wouldn't lose here. And this is the only winning move is there. There is no other winning move. And then after here, he can go here. And then I queen, he takes, I take, and I'm not even 100% sure this is winning. This could be a draw, I don't know. The engine says +1 something. Okay, this is the only move it says. Oh, this is a draw. All right. So actually, I still probably wasn't lost here. Yeah. So after d5, instead of taking it, I should play g4. And I have good drawing chances. Because, you know, I'm pushing my pawns. So I made terrible move, knight takes. Now I'm lost. And what's funny is, even in the final position, if you're not like a 2200 player or above, you won't even understand why it's lost. It looks like, you know, that I'm fine. Yeah, and this is just lost. It wouldn't trade on e7 if it wasn't winning. It would keep the pressure. And the problem is, if I lose these two pawns and I win this pawn, his king runs over here while I'm dealing with this pawn over here. And there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah.
Hey, poll ended. Marjorie Taylor Greene wins.
She's the worst. All right. And then the game ended quickly. And then I resigned here. The engine announces mate or something. Now, some of the gawking rabble said king f4 and you keep... No, he has a pawn here. He just moves his king and moves his pawn one square, and then that's the end of it. This engine only says I'm plus 57.6, or that he is. So it took several mistakes to lose. And even when I was losing, I was barely losing, but I had a minute on my clock or less, so I was finished. So this game, I made some small mistakes, and I played too slowly. So that adds up to a loss. Yeah, terrible. I voted against Ivanka. I still don't know the difference between Ivanka and Ivana.
Ivana's the mom.
Right,
She's married to Donald.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh.
I think Trump wants to sleep with Ivanka more than Ivana.
That's definitely true.
Damn, his own daughter. Terrible.
Well, Ivanka's pretty old.
You mean Ivana?
Ivana. See, I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah. He'd rather sleep with his daughter than somebody who's older?
I don't know. He told Howard Stern she was a nice piece of ass or something.
True,
like that.
true story. Yeah.